friends, welcome to the Flat X2 channel. My name is John, and on this channel we talk all things physical media, movies, music, and books. So if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and subscribe down below for more of that kind of content. Well, friends, I haven't done one of these videos in quite some time, but what I like to do, and I've done a number of these, is during certain months I will pick an actor and actress, one of my absolute favorites, and I'll show you what films of theirs I have in my collection. And so that's what this video is. And so for the month of May, we're going to celebrate Gary Cooper. His birthday was on May the 7th, 1901. And he didn't live very long. He sadly died quite young. He died at 60 years old. He did perform in 84 feature films, so he had like a huge body of work, but he died quite young. But he has become just one of my favorite actors to watch. Over the Christmas holidays, I actually watched a ton of his stuff and really enjoying it. So anyway, I thought I would share with you what some of my all-time favorite Gary Cooper films are by showing you what I have in my collection. Now, I will say this, friends, I'm very interested to hear what you think about Gary Cooper and his career, your favorite films of his. So please let me know in the comments below. What films of his do you really enjoy? What films of his might you recommend I check out and even add to my collection? So anyway, I'll show you what I have in my collection. I'll mention a few films that I'm looking forward to adding into my collection soon. And again, would love to hear from you. What are your favorite Gary Cooper films, or as he was affectionately known by, just simply Coop? I would love to know what some of your favorites are. But anyway, here's my Gary Cooper film collection. Okay, so my first film I have from his, we're going way back, it's 1927. It's the film called Wings, and it actually is the first Academy Award winner for Best Picture. So here we go, Wings, starring Gary Cooper. Again, it is a silent film, so that's pretty interesting and fun. Really thankful to have this one in the collection. Next is a Criterion film. This one is from 1933. It's Spine Number 592 for all you Criterion fans. This is a film I watched just this past year, and I absolutely loved it. It is a ton of fun. It's an Ernst Lubitsch film. It is designed for living. So it's a really wild story, very risque for its time. So we have this young lady, and both of these gentlemen fall in love with her, and she falls in love with them. She doesn't want to choose between which one she'll have a relationship with. The guys want to be exclusive. She doesn't want to be exclusive. It's kind of, the whole film is kind of like, will they, won't they stay together? Will it be the three of them? It's quite risque for, what is it again? The 1933. But anyway, it was a very fun film, and Gary Cooper is phenomenal in it. So I would recommend this one, Designed for Living. Next is a favorite of mine especially because of who the co-star is. This is from 1936, and it is one of my all-time favorites. And it stars Gary Cooper and the wonderful Jean Arthur. Mr. Deeds Goes to Town. So you may be familiar with Adam Sandler's Mr. Deeds. Well, this is where it began, and I would highly recommend you check out this film. It is a lot of fun. Gary Cooper is fantastic. Jean Arthur is amazing as always, and that's no surprise if you have been following this channel for any length of time. You know I'm a huge Jean Arthur fan. So super thankful this is on Blu-ray. It actually was on Hamilton Book for quite some time at a very reasonable price. So anyway, keep an eye open for this one. Definitely worth picking this one up. The next one is put out by Kino. This is a great film. I watched this one over the break, Christmas break as well. From 1936, Gary Cooper, and again, Jean Arthur, Cecil B. DeMille's The Plainsman. So this is a fun film to watch. I recommend this one. Kino actually has put out a ton of Gary Cooper films. So if you're looking to pick up some of his films, they're a great place to check out. And the artwork on these, I always love the artwork on these. I will say special features are always really thin on the Kino stuff, but really thankful. Kino is just constantly putting out amazing films that we haven't had on Blu-ray before. And they're doing a great job, especially the artwork too. So anyway, highly recommend this one, The Plainsman. And again, you get another Jean Arthur film. So it's so good. Anyway, 1938, we've got another film starring Gary Cooper, and this one, another one of my favorite leading women, and that's Claudette Colbert in Bluebeard's Eighth Wife, another Ernst Lubitsch film. This film is a ton of fun. The story is absolutely ridiculous, really absurd, but a ton of fun. And the two of them together playing off of each other, it's a blast. It's really good. So as you can see by the title, it's about his eighth wife. I do recommend you check this one out. There is a lot of really good laughs, and then the end of the film is just, it's ridiculous. So anyway, I do encourage you to check this one out. And again, Kino absolutely crushing it, putting out another film to on Blu-ray that we needed, and the artwork as well. So this is a really great film. Highly recommend that one. This is a Warner Archive film, and this is from 1941. Really thankful. It's a great release by Warner Archive. It's Gary Cooper in Sergeant York. So I was really thankful to pick this one up and was so excited when Warner Archive announced that they had this on Blu-ray. Really thankful to have this one in the collection. This is one that I found actually when I was doing some thrifting in Pennsylvania. I found this one in a giant bin, just piles of DVDs and Blu-rays, and this was in mint condition. This is from 1942. I watched this again over the Christmas break, and I loved this film so much, and it's such a shame that we don't have, my understanding is we don't have in North America a Blu-ray release on this one. And it is Gary Cooper. We've also got Teresa Wright in this one as well, and Babe Ruth, the pride of the Yankees. Friends, if you're not into baseball, you're not into the Yankees, that's totally fine. I'm not really into baseball myself. I'm not into the Yankees. I'm a Jays guy if I am into baseball. This is such an amazing film. I can't recommend this one highly enough. Gary Cooper does an amazing job in this role. Obviously there's baseball in it, but it's more about his struggles with his health and his relationships, him with his legacy, him with what do I do with my future, fear. It's so good, grieving. This is a really, really great film, and Gary Cooper absolutely crushed it. I really hope this one comes to Blu-ray. It deserves a Blu-ray release. But anyway, I would highly recommend you pick this one up and check it out. This is one I picked up not that long ago, so I haven't got to see this one yet. This also stars Teresa Wright again. This one is from 1944, and it's Gary Cooper in Casanova Brown. I did pick this one up via Hamilton book, and I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. Really glad to have this one in the collection. And then the last film of his I have in my collection, and I'll mention a few that I look to add in the future. This one is from 1952. Watched this one over the Christmas break, co-starring Grace Kelly. This is an Olive Signature release, and it is a really great Western, and it is High Noon. If you're familiar with Gary Cooper, you're probably familiar with this film. If you're familiar with famous Westerns, you're familiar with this film. Anyway, great film, great release of this film, and Gary Cooper, as always, does an amazing job. Really thankful to have this one in the collection. So friends, that's what I have in my collection, Gary Cooper films. Let me know what films you have in your collection, and these are the ones that I'm looking to add over this next maybe year or two. If I had a million, this one was just announced not that long ago from 1932. Another film from 1932, A Farewell to Arms, looking to pick that one up for the collection. Now and Forever from 1934, and the last one I'm hoping to pick up sometime in the future is from 1936, and it is Desire. So anyway, friends, if you've never watched a Gary Cooper film, I highly, highly recommend it. Check it out, see what you think. If you're like me, you're gonna fall in love with his acting and his films, and you'll build a collection of them. So worth it, phenomenal actor. Friends, that's the video for you today, highlighting one of our absolute best actors in Gary Cooper and showing you a little bit of my collection. And so anyway, friends, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it as always. Anyway, take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.